The god Belmod had realized that the warrior Jiren and the warrior Topo were dead, because he couldn't feel a trace of their power. Margarita told the god Belmod that the culprit was a Saiyan. This left the god of destruction speechless, and he would say, "It's impossible for them to be a Saiyan. Their entire race was exterminated in that tournament 5,000 years ago. They belong to Universe 6 and 7. You must be wrong."
"No, sir. Not at all. That guy is a Saiyan."
But how is it possible? Doesn't make any sense. And how is it that someone of such a weak race could have ended the lives of Jiren and Topo? I must know who it is. Sir, it's better if you see for yourself. At that moment, the god of destruction, Vermoth, would tell the angel, Daisy, to take him to where that guy was. On the other hand, Mikushin would tell the Saiyan, "You shouldn't have done that. Possibly the god of destruction in this universe has noticed, and won't hesitate to come to this place." I don't really care about that. If he wants to come, let him come. If he wants to face me, he'll warm me up. That Jiren and Topo guy just bored me. Can't believe he won the Tournament of Power. What a disappointment.
I can't imagine how helpless he must have felt to have been trapped in that place millennia ago. He must have suffered a lot. But now he's a formidable warrior with unmatched power, and the best part is that he belongs to me.
Completely forgot. I really have to follow your orders, but for some reason you haven't asked me for anything, even though you took me out of that place because of that condition.
For now, I've decided that you should follow your instincts. Later, you'll realize my plan.
Goku would see two guys approaching, but he already knew who they were. I see, so you were right, and he will come. Some time passed, and the god Belmod had arrived at that place, and Goku would tell him, "I knew you'd come, god of destruction." The Daisy Angel, for some reason, had been surprised to see Mikushin, but Mikushin was not supposed to show emotion, and said absolutely nothing. The reason for this is unknown. On Belmod's side, he was also shocked to see the Saiyan, because he remembered seeing him before, at the Universal Tournament.
How is it possible that the Saiyan is still alive? I remember it perfectly. But how could he beat Jiren? This was unthinkable. Besides, Jiren had become even stronger than before, and this Saiyan managed to defeat him without any problems. Why do you have that face, sir? You look scared.
Tell me, why have you come, God Belmod? I hope you're not here for the same reason as those bastards Jiren and Topo.
How dare you, Saiyan, interrupt my universe and assassinate my two best warriors? You're a complete idiot.
Those two useless bastards provoked me, and I had to kill them. I'll spare your life if you leave this place right now. Don't waste my time. Or do you want to have the same fate as them?
The hell do you think? You think someone like you, a mere Saiyan, could take on someone like me? You bastard, you'll be the one who's dying for defying a god of destruction.
I see. So if you're thinking of fighting, even though I warned you, in that case, I'll have some fun with you.
But please, don't make me laugh, Saiyan. Don't you realize what stupid things you say? So if he fights, this will be very interesting. The last time he fought was 40,000 years ago.
At that moment, Goku was transformed, and he decided to use all of his power in that phase. At the same time, Belmod would increase his power, making the whole place tremble in that instant. He would laugh because he felt in Goku a power much inferior to his, so he would attack the Saiyan, and both would have a somewhat equal fight. The god was surprised because Goku was able to keep up with him, and this made him speechless.
It's not possible. How can a simple Saiyan fight me? I don't understand.
They would continue fighting, but Belmod would decide to use his Hakai technique against the Saiyan. I've had enough of you, mortal. It's time for you to fade out of existence. At that very moment, the god Belmod would use his Hakai on the Saiyan, but surprisingly to him, it did absolutely nothing. I see that. Yes, you're a strong god, Belmod, but I'm tired of playing with you.
What do you mean, like playing, you bastard? What the hell do you mean?
Goku at that moment, with his fists, made a punch into the air that would be so strong that Belmod would come to feel this, and the impact made him fall to the ground. The angel Daisy herself had been surprised by this. She'd never seen anyone humiliate the god of destruction Belmod in such a way. Belmod was on the ground, and he'd been stunned by this.
The hell did he do to me? He didn't even touch me, and he felt like he gave me an abysmal physical blow. How could he be so powerful? He's just playing with me. Immortal really did this to me. I don't understand.
Enough, Belmod. It's time for you to die. You had a long life, but here came to your end. You decided to challenge me even though I had warned you. Your repentance will do you no good, you goddamn god. Margarita would see that Goku was about to assassinate Belmod, but really, Belmod couldn't do anything at that moment, because it was against the rules. Belmod would tell Goku that he was just a useless Saiyan, so Goku at that moment did to Belmod his same technique of Hakai, and it would disappear completely. The angel Daisy couldn't stand this and tried to attack the Saiyan. It would teleport behind the Saiyan and throw an attack to Goku so powerful it made him fall to the ground. Goku was with wounds after this great attack and would say to him, "What? At what point did he do it? I was caught so off guard by that angel. What a cheat. How dare you do this to me? I was thinking of sparing your life, but what you've done is unforgivable. You killed Belmod without mercy, Saiyan. You're scum. If I didn't do it, he was going to do it. He's the one who provoked this." "But you shouldn't have killed him, you damn Saiyan!" Goku at that moment would stand up from the ground, and she would attack him, but Goku at that moment would stop her and grab her arm. "Then I see you wish to die too. And take this!" Goku would launch an attack on the angel, which left her on the verge of death. Goku would see this and think seriously, how come she didn't die with that attack? It's impossible. I see. Then I'll end her life with this last attack.
That Saiyan could beat me. It's impressive. He really is this powerful. Too bad I'm no match for him. I won't be able to avenge Mr. Belmod's death. This is the end.
Goku was about to kill Daisy the Angel at that moment, but suddenly, the angel Mikoshin told him not to do it, and to let her live. Why do you say that? Do you even know her?
That's something I can't tell you right now, Saiyan.
Alright. I'll follow your orders, and I won't kill her. At that moment, both of them would leave that place, and the angel Daisy had not died. On the other hand, the priest Daishinkan had felt the power of one of the angels was very low. But what's wrong? Why do I chase that Margarita's power has dropped so much? What happened? Wait, I don't feel the power of the god of destruction Belmod at all. That means he's dead. But how? Daishinkan wouldn't say anything to Zeno-sama, and it would quickly go to where the Daisy Angel was. He would arrive and find her still wounded on the ground. What happened to you? Who the hell did this to you? The angel Daisy would say to him, almost without being able to speak,
It was that Saiyan. He did this to me.
A Saiyan, you say? No, that's impossible. How come they left you like that? Daishinkan would heal them at that moment, but suddenly this one would feel the power of this Saiyan.
That Saiyan took Belmod's life with almost no effort. He somehow became extremely powerful.
So this immense power belonged to the Saiyan's son Goku. Father, you must also know something.
He was with a woman.
Why are you telling me this? Who was that woman? Daisy was about to tell him who it was, but it seemed that she had lost her memories at that moment. Apparently, she only remembered everything else, but not the woman who was with Goku.
I'm sorry, Father. For some reason, I've completely forgotten. I don't remember her now that I think about it. How come I can't visualize her in my mind?
I see. I think that woman erased your memories of her.
Strange. Why would someone do that?
I'm sure she had a reason to do it. I only know of one person who's able to manipulate the memories of others, but I doubt it was her. Who are you referring to, Father? Forget it, Daisy. It's not important.
So you're not going to tell me? Okay, I understand.
Tell me how you're going to confront that Saiyan now that you know where he is because of his key. For now, I don't think I should do it. His only sin was killing a god of destruction, Belmod. I can't punish someone just because he overcame the powers of a god of destruction and killed him. If you had died, I would have had more than enough reason to pay him a visit, but what I don't understand is how that guy became so powerful in just these 5,000 years. He didn't show up to the Tournament of Power. Zeno-sama was very upset about that, but how is he alive? If his universe was sentenced to elimination, he'd been hidden all this time in this universe? But if so, why didn't we ever feel his power? I don't understand it. On the other hand, Goku had gone with Mikoshin in search of a planet on which he could live. He would try to look for one similar to Earth, but he wouldn't find it. This universe is pathetic. I need my universe back. There's no chance of seeing it again.
That's right. Unfortunately, you'll never see it again, unless Daishinkan or Zeno-sama decide so.
Come to think of it, I could use the Super Dragon Balls to revive all the universes. How did I not think of that before?
Actually, that's impossible, Saiyan. Super Dragon Balls were scattered throughout all the universes, but as they were wiped out of existence, those were also wiped out. So now there are only 2 Super Dragon Balls, which are within this universe, but they're useless anyway. Daishinkan has enough power to rebuild universes, however he couldn't return them to the way they were before their elimination. The Dragon Salama would be the only one who could do it, but it's impossible to evoke him. In any case, the Super Dragon Balls should be rebuilt, but by their own creator, the Great Salama.
Who's Salama? Suppose he's pretty powerful.
He's the creator god, but he hasn't been heard from for 10 billion years.
That's interesting. I'd like to know how powerful that guy must be.
His power has no equivalence, nor can it be measured. He's the most powerful being in existence. No one can surpass him.
On the other hand, Daishin-kan was in the palace of Zeno-sama, and he would tell him seriously, "You must know something important, Mr. Zeno-sama.
What do you have to say?"
The Saiyan, Son Goku, is alive. Apparently he wasn't eliminated 5,000 years ago in your universe. Somehow or other, he survived." Zeno-sama was stunned when he heard all this, leaving him speechless.
You say he's alive, but how is that possible? Even though he was my friend in his universe, it was destroyed, and for that same reason he had to share the same destiny. I'll never forget that he was my only great friend, but he must die. It was Universe 11 who won that tournament.
What are you saying? You want me to kill this Saiyan? I didn't expect such a strong reaction from you, Zeno-sama. In these 5,000 years, you've changed much more than you did in the billions of years you've existed. I'm surprised that you no longer behave like a child.
You're right, Daishin-kan, but that doesn't matter now. If that Saiyan is alive, he'll surely have intentions of killing me, because in the end it was me who destroyed his only universe. He's right, Zeno-sama. When he was in front of me, I noticed a great anger in his eyes, and a huge hatred. He's very different from what he was before. He looked like someone totally different.
Zeno-sama would tell his guardians to give him an order. He asked his guardians that they both had to kill the Saiyan son Goku. They would obey the order, and for the first time they had separated from Zeno-sama. He had commanded them, because he knew that Goku was not just anyone, and that this one was something strong. So in these moments, the Guardians would go to where the Saiyan was. Meanwhile, Goku would ask Miko-shin what she's been hiding from him all this time, since for some reason, Daisy seemed to know her, and this was very strange. Miko-shin would decide to tell Goku everything, and she would say, sighing,
Daishin-kan is my brother. Why I rescued you is to fulfill my plan and get revenge. 3 billion years ago, I was banished by Daishin-kan and Zeno-sama. They believed that I had been the one who had planned the revolution that the gods and angels had. They were sick of following orders from someone as pathetic as Zeno-sama was back then, so they turned against their father, Daishin-kan, and Zeno-sama. This caused a big war back then that almost wiped out the universes, but in the end, Zeno-sama ended up destroying those universes. At that time, they were very quarrelsome, so it was easy for him to blame me for everything. This was the reason why I was banished. Because of this, I had a big fight with my brother, Daishin-kan, but finally, he was the one who won the battle and sealed me in a divine dimension.
But if you were sealed in a divine dimension, how come you're here?
I was able to get out of that dimension, making me more powerful than I was. In that place, there was a Supreme Guardian, who was to blame for the souls not escaping from that place. He was far superior to me for millions of years, but what the Supreme Guardian didn't know was that I was getting stronger and stronger, and so the day finally came, after so much slaughter, to that damned one, and I could escape from that dimension. Zeno-sama and Daishin-kan didn't know about this, thanks to the fact that I've hidden almost all my power for this time. Just like you, I also wish to annihilate those damned ones that did this to me. Without any proof, they deserve death.
She was saying this to Goku, but suddenly a huge attack had almost hit them. But who was that? It almost hit me! Suddenly, 2 guys with serious expressions would say, Saiyan, it's time for you to die. You'll pay for your sins. I see, so that bastard was the one who sent them. How detestable. They were surprised to see Miko-shin was in that place. But how come she's alive? Didn't they seal her up? I don't understand. Hey, that doesn't matter now. Remember that we were only sent with the order to assassinate the Saiyan. That's right. We must comply with that order of the great Zeno-sama. These Guardians, without warning, would attack the Saiyan coordinated. They'd managed to hit several blows to the Saiyan, making him crash into some rocks nearby. Goku would stop. They would make a very coordinated attack, which impacted with the Saiyan, leaving him surprised. I see. Never seen them in a fight before. They're very interesting. But they're still just simple Guardians. They're not enough against my power. How disappointing. This will end very quickly. But what are you saying, you damn Saiyan? What are you thinking? They'd make a powerful attack again, but Goku this time would easily stop it and destroy it. But how did he stop it like that? How did that mortal become so strong? Our most powerful attack had no effect on him.
Son Goku, it would be better if I didn't kill them. I could control their minds to obey us and hit the damned Daishin-kan and Zeno-sama where it hurts the most.
Do you really have the ability to do that? You should have said so earlier.
At that moment, Miko-shin would control the minds of both of them and order them to end Zeno-sama's life.
As you say, Miko-shin-sama.